Hey YouTubers, I'm sure many of you have heard the news that Japanese are ranked second in the world when it comes to life expectancy. Well, I took a look at that news and I was pretty curious. What does that mean for us blacks that are living here in Japan? Did you know Japan has the highest proportion of elderly people in the world? Japan also sells more adult diapers than baby diapers. Japanese women held the world's longest average life expectancy from 1985 to 2010. Japanese women fell from the top spot due to the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Fukushima. Japanese women regained the top spot but fell behind Hong Kong in 2015. In 2016, Japanese men and women ranked second in the world in average life expectancy. Americans are ranked 42nd in the world when it comes to life expectancy at birth. The average life expectancy for Japanese women currently stands at 87.14 years, whereas the average life expectancy for black women is 78.2 years of age. Currently, Japanese men hold second spot with an average life expectancy of almost 81 years of age. The average life expectancy for black men is almost 72 years of age. In looking at a 25-year period in Japan, the average Japanese life expectancy has extended 4.2 years as of 2015. For black Americans, from 2000 to 2014, life expectancy extended by 3.6 years. During the 25-year period, the average life expectancy in Japan jumped from 79 years of age to 83.2 years of age. The CDC reports that the average life expectancy for African Americans stands at 75.6 years of age. On average, Japanese live 7.6 years longer than African Americans. The long life expectancy of the Japanese is attributed to improved medical treatment and medicines, increased health-conscious lifestyles, and a decrease in suicides. Over the 25-year period, decreased mortality caused by cardiovascular diseases, neoplasms, or cancers contributed to increased life expectancy in Japan. Promoting healthy behaviors improved health care in the black population, thanks in part to raised awareness of illness and disease at an early age within the black community, contributed to the increased life expectancy of blacks in America. The overall death rate of black Americans dropped 25% from 1999 to 2015. Deaths from heart disease in blacks 65 and older decreased almost 43%. For cancer, blacks saw a decrease in the number of deaths by almost 29%. Did you know nearly 9 in 10 African American smokers use menthol cigarettes? African Americans are more susceptible to secondhand smoke exposure and related diseases than any other group. Deaths from Alzheimer's disease and other types of dementia significantly increased in Japan. The top 3 causes of death in Japan are cancer, heart disease, and lung disease. In the United States, we find the top 3 causes of death very similar to that of the Japanese. Approximately 34% of deaths in 2015 were linked to behavioral risks such as smoking and high sodium consumption. Smoking was the leading risk factor for Japanese men in 2015. 18.2% of Japanese adults smoke. 28.2% of Japanese men smoke. And 9% of Japanese women smoke. In America, almost 22% of black men and 14% of black women smoke. Almost 45,000 African Americans die yearly due to smoking-related illnesses. This is the #1 cause of death in the black American community. smoking-related illnesses surpass all other forms of death, including AIDS, homicide, diabetes, and accidents. Unhealthy diet was a leading factor for Japanese women. Developing type 2 diabetes. .4% of deaths in Japan were attributed to metabolic risks such as high blood pressure. In America, 43% of black men have hypertension, whereas almost 46% of black women suffer from hypertension. Did you know African Americans and people of African descent in the United Kingdom have among the highest rates of hypertension of any race or ethnic type in the world? In looking at other factors that impact life expectancy, access to food is one that I would rank high for African Americans. Let's take a look at convenience stores. At almost any In part 2 of this video, I'll explain some of the reasons as to why African Americans have a lower life expectancy than the Japanese. So have you ever wondered what will happen to an aging Japan? The number of Japanese aged 65 and older has nearly quadrupled in the past 40 years. As of 2016, Japanese 65 and older comprised 27% of the total population, whereas those aged 65 and older in America were 15% of the population. The percentage of those aged 65 and older in Japan is expected to increase to 35% by 2040. The number of Americans 65 and older is projected to double from 46 million to over 96 million by the year 2060. Americans 65 and older currently comprise 15% of the total U.S. population. They will make up 24% of the total population in the U.S. by 2060. Whereas in Japan, 40% of Japan's population will be 60 years or older by 2060. It's projected that Japan's population will shrink to about 88 million by 2065. Black Americans experience premature aging and health decline than whites in America. Black Americans' decline in health accumulates across the entire lifespan and potentially across generations. This happens as a consequence of psychosocial, economic, and environmental stressors. Homicide ranks among the 5 leading causes of death only for African American men. When asked why do you like living in Japan, many blacks replied that they don't have the fear of being shot by law enforcement. So the question is, considering some of the factors of why the Japanese live so long, will living in Japan lead to a longer life for those from the African diaspora? Peace.